We're the co-founders of Declut, and this is our second log.
11th day, and we're excited to update you guys on the new things we've been working on for you.
On the last week of December, we've prepared a form, a Google form. It's just a simple Google form that we've connected to a button from our website. We've received several applications. From those 80 applications, right now there are 15 activated users.
So we would have loved to have every single person who signed up to really use the app, but at first we decided it might be best to narrow down a little bit. So right off the bat, we narrowed down to prioritize people with iOS as a phone. Directionally, we'll go with people who has Android maybe sometime in the future, but for now we're using iPhone. And then basically that was one of the main bases we did. And then second was maybe the perceived need, if they really felt like the problem that we're trying to solve with Declut is a very real problem that they're experiencing, because that's also part of the form.
Fixing a lot of issues still in the app. It's not perfect, and we're very transparent about that since day one. So we're figuring it out as we go, and that's why we're doing this build in public thing. And yeah, moving forward, we'll be accepting more since there are also new applications. He's managing the backlog of Declut and coordinating this with our developer Fitz. Hello Fitz, shout out to you. This is our product backlog.
We just listed down the deliverables that we had to ship out. So it's a lot. If you were to scroll down here, John, our audience will see that we have up to number 85. But then again, that's a lot of features for just a very small team. That's why we had to prioritize. So how we prioritize is driven by two things. First, we have here a column on story points, which is just our way to estimate how hard this could likely be, the effort needed to ship this out. So there's a workload component, how hard will it be to make it? But also second, basing on how we use the app, because we're trying to really manage our day-to-day using Declut. Basing on how we use the app, what would be the next logical or most helpful feature from all of the laundry list that we have? So I guess that's it. And then as Fitz goes through the whole backlog, he just marks here done, and then we have our QA just checking at a checking column here where we just track whatever needs to be improved or if it's approved, and then if there's any comments, we just leave it there. Just to put some structure on how we phase efforts on delivering our new features.
Hans is very good at this thing. One important note that we always have in our minds whenever we prioritize what needs to be done first is our product philosophy. We have ourselves use the app and commit to using it daily so that we would know if we're still in the real world. We're going to discuss with you our new features that we have launched. This morning, January 11, final build released for the week. There is one feature that we're excited to share with you. Not so ripe. It's still in the works as the others are as well. But it has a very huge potential. The first one would be on the
That's AI chat. Now we're adding a new tab within the app where, using AI, you could ask it to look through the things you've scheduled, look through your notes. Basically, you could talk to the app basing on what thoughts you've saved in it. Everything that you've written in the app, it's there. It could also help you plan out whatever you want to do in a day. It looks through your schedule. It looks through your free time. Basically, what we want to happen is we want us users to be able to use AI into how we manage our work through Declut. So I think that's one of the really big directions that we're going for.
Treat it like an assistant, like a virtual assistant, and it can help me decide what needs to be done, what are the urgent things that needs to be done. If I'm bombarded with a list of tasks, notes, projects in one go in one screen, it will be difficult for me to identify like which one to go first, which one to finish first, which one to prioritize within the next hour. That's the most important feature right now that we are sharing with you. The usage of AI chat will be different from one user to another user, but we're hoping that our current users and the future users, by the way, you can sign up for beta still in the description below, will be giving us feedback about what they think about it and what they want to see inside that AI chat. That's powered by Declut AI.
Other concrete examples of that could be, like, perhaps you just woke up one day, you weren't sure what you're gonna do for that day. You could just talk to the AI there. Think of you're using some other AI app. But then the difference is that it knows your schedule, it knows the thoughts that you've saved there. And as a next step, the next evolution of this is we want AI chat to be able to put your thoughts, put your tasks, put your notes as you instruct it. So we call it do it for me. So that's the next evolution of this. So we're working on it. Basically, what we wanted to do is when you tell it to perhaps plot your tasks the next few days for to achieve a project or whatever goal, it will plot your calendar for you. It will add the tasks there for you and you'll just confirm. Pretty exciting stuff there.
The second one we want to share with you, a feature that we really wanted to have even before we were talking about Declut. Hans and I were already like talking about why does the basic Apple Notes don't have these features? When you look at my Apple Notes right now, it's very cluttered, hence the word Declut, right?
The name of
So
right.
so we've made big improvements on the notes space. So just a recap, there are three spaces as part of our framework in Declut. There is notes, tasks, and also projects. Now on the notes space, we've made a significant changes.
We added this week what we call notebooks. Notebooks is just a collection of notes. So think of you have a couple of related notes, you want them to go together. So yeah, you put them in one notebook. To make it even more convenient, let's say you dump a couple of notes in your note space after using declut mode. Then another feature that we added this week was what we call drag to merge. So now you can just long press a note and then drag it to another note, it makes it into a notebook. Or you can drag it to an existing notebook and it gets added into the notebook. Or you can add two notebooks together by dragging one notebook to another and then it gets merged inside. We've been working on making the notes feature a little bit more rich. Well, in fact, in the name itself, we added notes rich text, which is just a fancy way of saying now within notes, you can make your texts bold, you can italicize them, you can underline them, add all of the bullet points and so forth.
I'm sure Hans have been using the notebook because
A
he's the one who's
lot,
like
a lot.
advocating
I
for the
have to tell
notebooks.
you that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every single thing. Let's say you've been in a networking event and then you had to remember everyone's name. So you just dump the names there and put them on a notebook and then yeah, it's just there. You'll say it's Ralph from this organization or it's from it. It's so convenient because of quick capture too. So it's very helpful.
Our vision for the notes is also connected to our vision with Declut AI. One of the pain points I had recently, I have so many cluttered notes on my Apple Notes app. So one feature that I really hate not having is the capacity to search note based on context, not based on keyword. What I mean is there are some notes that I don't remember what particular keywords did I put, but I know in my mind that I have that note for sure. That's one very useful feature that we could launch as part of Declut AI.
In fact, a lot more of AI features are also in the backlog. Maybe just to prioritize them, we'll keep asking you guys which one do you think is best to be shipped next. So please let us know your thoughts on all of these as we go.
Speaking of something that is one co-founder is actively advocating on, Hans is
Uh-huh.
like really actively very passionate
Which one
about
was
that
this? Which one was
notebook.
this? Okay.
That notebook thing was yours. Like you've been like advocating that
Right,
very
right.
much.
Yeah, yeah,
Mine,
yeah.
one while we were using the app for several days since the beta launch, what
Mhm.
I've noticed is when I created projects, I put tasks inside those projects. But
Right,
those tasks don't have to be scheduled for me. It doesn't have to be scheduled
right,
for
right,
that
right,
particular
right.
day. So what
Yeah.
I hated was seeing those project tasks in the today tab because I need to see only the tasks that I need to do on that day. I
Right.
don't have to see the exact
Correct, correct,
tasks
right,
that
right,
I
right,
need to
right, right.
do in a particular project.
Yeah.
This is a feature that I really requested our technical co-founder to do,
Right, right,
and that
right.
is
Yeah.
to hide the project tasks from the unscheduled today tab. So it's just a very simple toggle wherein you can turn it off and then turn on if you want to see your unscheduled tasks, if it's part of a project or if it's not part of a project.
It could get really annoying, especially when you have a lot of projects in Declut and then every one of them has a lot of tasks. And it shows, especially for the zero inbox people or people who don't want that there is some unplanned thing or unread thing, unscheduled thing that might get annoying. So yeah, I think that was a good call from you, John. Yeah.
Have you talked about the push notifications?
And that's a good transition now. So another thing that we've added is, well, we're starting to put in push notifications. How this works, at least the one we added this week, is if you schedule a task on Declut, it will send you a push notification in your phone 30 minutes before. Now that's the default. You could change that if you want it to be 15 minutes before, an hour before, or so on. But the point of this is just to assist us on remembering that, okay, we've actually scheduled to do this thing, we've actually scheduled to do that thing. So yeah, I think that might also help.
Yeah. And just to be very transparent here, one of the challenges that we have encountered after looking at the analytics of the utilization of the app was the retention of users, like
Correct.
opening the app on a daily
Yes.
basis, because that's how we can get people to finish their tasks, right? When
Right,
they open the app, when they schedule it, when they capture. So that's why we're really pushing for the push notifications feature. And our priority for this week was the push notifications for the scheduled task first.
Right.
And then there will be other push notifications, which, by the way, you can turn off, you can turn on, but
Yeah.
our recommendation is for you to turn it on, so you'll be reminded for different tasks.
So now we changed one of the tabs on the Declut tab, the main tab. We changed it to AI chat. And what we remove from the main list is the profile tab. So recall that before you could access your profile from the main tab list. But right now we had to make room to put in AI there. So how you will access your profile now is you could just go to your link. We thought that it's best to put that there because it's your profile that's shown to the people you send your link to, like your profile picture or whatever note you add there, your name or whatever. So yeah, if you want to access your profile or access your settings, you could just go to your link tab and then you'll see your profile picture there. And yeah, by clicking that icon, you access your profile and the settings there.
There were many more small updates, bug fixes that we were able to publish on our recent builds. So we encourage everybody. You will see the details of these updates when you update your beta app via test flight. We are inviting you to join the beta launch of our app. It's called Declut.
Please.
We want to share with you our philosophy when it comes to productivity, because our approach in making Declut is very different. There are some similarities with other apps that you can see, but our philosophy in making this product is geared towards helping multi-passionates, people with so many commitments. For sure, not only us, but also there are other people who can relate to that. We're so happy to have heard and read a few feedback from our users. We're here to listen, and thank you so much for watching these videos. This is part of our Build in Public series, wherein we share with you the improvements as we build Declut.
Please let us know right away if you have any suggestions. We're excited to hear your thoughts on it. And yeah, if you haven't yet, please sign up. We've just opened up again form for new beta users. So if you're interested, please just fill that up and we'd gladly send you an invite.